Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we're going to talk about Doctor Who The Collection and potential upcoming sets and which one I think is going to be next as I'm recording this in, August of 2022. Now we've only gotten one set so far this year, the Season 22 set, which took a long time between announcements and actual release. Now I've heard part of that is because a lot of the sets are actually made in Poland, like the actual box sets and disc and all that, and that everything going on with the war between Russia and the Ukraine caused problems, and that might be why everything's running behind. I don't know, but that's things I hear. As for sets that are coming, I don't think Season 20 will be the next one, because recently Janet Fielding, the Mouth with Legs, has texted that, the 5th Doctor crew, TARDIS Team 5, have been filming in Amsterdam. So that is obviously stuff for Arc of Infinity, a very underrated story in my opinion. Now we know, or we all are very sure that Season 20 was originally supposed to come out sooner. There were rumors about it in 2019, 2020, before COVID happened. And I'm pretty sure they had to redo their release window because of this. They couldn't go to Amsterdam to film what they're doing for Amsterdam now. Plus, Mark Strickson, who of course plays Turlo, a very integral part of Season 20 and 21, lives in New Zealand. And New Zealand had that, really big lockdown. Nobody in, nobody out. And so they couldn't get him, and they wouldn't release Season 20 without him, either probably for behind the sofa or behind the scenes stuff or for the Amsterdam thing. Now that all of that is cooling down, we seem to be, they're probably getting their interviews with Mark. They'll probably do one of the big interviews with Matthew Sweet with him. Now, whether that'll be on the Season 21 or Season 20 set, they're probably recording it now. He's probably doing some other behind-the-scenes stuff, maybe a behind the sofa. He's probably there for the Amsterdam trip. So Season 20, I think, will be next year. It makes sense to release it, the 20th anniversary season during the 60th anniversary. So I'm willing to bet we'll get it next year, 2023. If we get another set this year, that's a big if because we still haven't got an announcement yet. I do know someone, it might have been Mark, on one of the forums I hang out at. Somebody, I think it might have been Mark, posted a video saying something about something they'd been working on. They'd had it edited down to like 6 minutes, and a lot of people thought it might be a new trailer, like a new collection set announcement trailer. I don't know if that's true, but Chris Chapman is constantly talking about how he's turned in videos and his process on videos. He won't say which ones he's working on, but he does give updates on when he's working on videos and videos he's turned in. So I think if we are going to get an announcement, it'll either be this month or September. They might wait till after the release of The Abominable Snowmen on September 5th. I don't know if they want to do an announcement now and have it overshadow that September release. So they might give a week or two for Abominable to shine, and then maybe give us the trailer in the middle or toward the end of September, maybe for a next box set. I'd like to get it sooner. I'd love to get it this month. I could drop it tomorrow. I'd be fine. As for sets I think we'll get, the big things I'm hearing thrown around are Season 2 and Season 9. We'd already had talk about Season 9 a while back, because I think they released some test footage or cleanup footage for the Time Monster or something, where they were doing some restoration work, or the Mutants. I think it was the Time Monster. So we know that Season 9 is actively being worked on for restoration for Blu-ray. Season 9 would be a good choice. We would have all of Katie's seasons. Katie's always up, for doing behind-the-scenes stuff, which is great. Maybe Richard's feeling better now, and because he did have a major surgery a few months ago, and he could, partake. He was on the Season 10 set. He wasn't on the Season 8 set because he was just in bad health at the time. So hopefully he's better and can be on the Season 9 set. And Season 9, I think, is about half and half, around half and half on episodes that are, their original master tapes survive, and episodes that have had to been restored from alternate sources, other sources. Because unlike Seasons 7 and 8, which are in really bad shape, and Seasons 10 or 11, which are mostly complete, I think Season 10 It was only episode 3 of Power of the Daleks. Season 11 is only episode 1 of Invasion of the Dinosaurs. Season 9 is about half and half, right around there. Not quite half and half, but close to it. Because Day of the Daleks is all original master tape, whereas all of Curse of Peladon is recovered from other sources. And Sea Devils is half and half. Like, I think the first half of Sea Devils is recovered from other sources, and the second half of Sea Devils is the original masters. The Mutants, I think 4 out of the 6 episodes for the Mutants are original masters, and the other 2 episodes aren't. And then all of Time Monster is from other sources, so it's about half and half. So there's not as much restoration work as, like, say, Season 7. I don't think it'll be Season 11 yet, because that one missing episode, Invasion of the Dinosaurs Episode 1, is a hard nut to crack. We used to see with the DVD release, they had a really hard time trying to restore that to color, so I'm sure they're actively working on that, trying to get that episode looking good where it matches, or at least come close to matching the rest of Invasion of the Dinosaurs, which is original material. Now, the big one I think people are thinking about are Season 2, or is Season 2, because Peter Purvis and Maureen O'Brien have said that they've recorded behind the sofa stuff for Season 2, so we know Season 2 is coming. They've done work on it. Now, whether they're going to wait and release that next year, I think a lot of people think they might release Season 2 this year and Season 1 next year, but I don't know how much work they've got done on Season 1. I don't know if they want to release it with Marco Polo completely missing. I mean, it doesn't look like we're getting more animation, so I don't know why not. But they might just decide, well, we need to release a Hartnell season for the 60th and just do Season 2 next year. So we get a Hartnell season for the 60th. Instead of, Season 1, we might just get Season 2. If that's the case, you have to wonder if those are the 2 that are furthest along, Season 9 and Season 2, will we even get another set this year? Or will they squeak by and sneak it into next year in like January or February so they can just say, hey, we're getting 4 or 5 box sets for the anniversary year. And they do that by skimping on us this year? I hope not. If we only get 1 set released this year, I'm going to be mad. I want at least 1 more release, which at this point I think that's all we could realistically get. So I really think we need 1 more release. And I'd be fine with them just going ahead and getting Season 2 out instead of waiting until next year. That's the one they seem to be furthest along with. So I could see that. I don't think it would be a Troughton one first. Everybody seems to think if it's a 60s season, it's going to be Season 2. And we are due another Pertwee season, so I could see Season 9 in the running. I know one of the guys on the merchandise forum who seems pretty in the know about these things. A lot of people tend to take what he says seriously. As a guy named Gordon, he really seems to know his stuff, and he's pretty sure it's either going to be Season 2 or Season 9. So if he says it, I believe it. I don't know if we're going to get an announcement soon, though, because the Swiss website that had been pretty much the first one to drop the next releases, or drop info about it, or to have a listing pop up for it, as far as I know, still hasn't had a listing pop up for the next one. They're the ones where I think Season 17 and 22, the first ones to actually confirm there was a listing for it. And I haven't heard anything from that website yet. So if we don't get another one this year, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd just be highly disappointed. No idea on what the next Tom set will be. I haven't heard anything about another Tom set. I would assume another Williams season. I don't think they would just drop Season 13. I fully expect Season 13 to be Tom's final season release, to be honest. I suspect it will either be Season 15 or 16. I much would prefer 15 myself, since I own all of 16 already. So that's more what I would prefer if I could have a choice in the matter. But yeah, I think if we get another set this year, I expect Season 2 or 9. I don't think it would be 20 because they're still actively working on 20. I don't know. I've always been of the belief that they had a lot of 20 done before COVID hit because they planned to release it sooner. But because of COVID, everything got delayed with that, as I explained earlier. So I fully expect Season 20 will be released next year. It kind of makes sense, the 20th for the 60th. So I want to know what you think is coming. So comment down below and let me know. And which one you would prefer between Season 2 and 9. I'm fine either way. Other things to do, click the like button and the subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you never miss out on another video. I also have a Patreon if you would like to contribute to that. There's a link to that down in the description below. I want to give a special shout out to two of my top tier patrons, Stephen Crane and the Fifth Doctor. I appreciate their continued support and the support of all of my patrons. I also have a P.O. box down there if there's anything you would like to send me, as well as a link to my Amazon wish list, which I update regularly. Most importantly though, thank you for watching.